your pee, your blood and your poo, right?
Yeah.
Did all of that. And it came back, and I kid you not, it was like a Bible of stuff, you know, pages and pages and pages. It meant nothing to me, absolutely zero. When I seen it all, my biggest concern was, God, have I got cancer or something? You know? Hello, hello, hello.
Happy Thursday, guys, and
Hi,
welcome to another podcast. We've had our new year. We've had our Reyes. We've had our three kings. We've had our Nochebuena, Nochevieja. We've had all the noches. And now it is new year, new me, 2026.
New beginnings.
Absolutely. And here we have a guest on. It is a female nutritionist, newly here to Mallorca. It's Jenny.
Hi.
How are you doing? Hola. I know she's American.
Yes.
So we're going to go like this the whole time.
I know. I feel like I might slip into something like that, you know, and it's...
We do stuff like that because when we go to LA, we'll do like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah. My husband tells me I say like way too much. I'm like, okay, I have to.
Where's your
reel it
husband
in.
from?
We're both from Wisconsin.
Oh, right. Okay. You're both there. Oh,
Yeah.
right, okay. Oh, that's fine.
Our parents literally live like less than a mile away,
Oh, okay.
but
All
we
right.
didn't know each other growing up.
Oh, cute.
How nice.
Well, now you're here in Mallorca. You've only been here for like 3-4 months.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I love it.
Incredible.
Welcome.
It's so beautiful.
You're loving it?
I love it. I thought the winters would be a little bit warmer.
Oh, no.
I was like, oh, this is like the same weather I came from.
You're like, okay, give me my hand gloves. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I was like, okay, well, at least it's sunny. Like we have a house in Washington that we rented out, and it's literally the same weather.
Is
there.
it?
It is here now.
Oh, interesting.
Rainy and a little chilly.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
it does get better. We do
Yeah, it
promise.
does.
It does get better.
Yes.
Yeah.
In summer, you're going to be like, oh my God, I would love a bit of that winter
I want to
weather.
have rain again. Remember rain?
I want to wear
Remember-
pants again.
Yeah. So now it's like all this new year, new me. People are starting the gym. People are wanting nutrition tips, new nutrition plans, wanting to eat healthy. And I live that world of being in the gym and eating clean. And I've also got, Coco's Deli, which focuses on healthy foods. But I do feel like there's a lot of people that are very stuck on what to eat, when to eat. That's good for you. Now it's bad for you. So you as a nutritionist, you focus on gut health, right?
Yes.
What kind of tips would you be able to give somebody that's like lost in their 2026, wants to start off new? What kind of tips would you be giving for gut health?
I always think I like to start off with like knowing your goals first, right? Like how are you going to eat better if you don't have a clear vision of what your goals are?
Yeah.
So I would get really clear on what your goals are, and everyone's different, right? We all have unique goals. So is your goal to lose 10 pounds? Is your goal to eat more protein? Is your goal to meal prep? So I'd get very clear on like what your goals are.
Yeah.
And then also it's very important to know who your future self is. So like, why are you doing these goals if you don't even know who your future self is? So getting really clear on your future self and who is she? What habits does she have? What is she wearing? How is she speaking to others? How is she showing up for others? And what I do is I just put them in my notes in my phone, or you can write them down. You can put them in your laptop, whatever, but getting clear and having a visualization of like who your future self is going to help you make decisions with eating, right? So if your future self, has toned arms, okay, that's going to help. Like, what are your goals then to get those toned arms? Maybe work out, maybe eat more protein.
Right.
So you're going to be more mindful when you're reaching for a cookie. If you're like, oh, but one of my future self goals is to have toned arms. So is this cookie going to get me there?
Yeah,
or,
okay.
that kind of thing is really being crystal clear
I think
on like
a
who
lot
you
of
are.
like mainly women, the goal is kind of like losing weight, more muscle mass, right? So if someone was to come to you and say like, okay, I want to lose, I mean, here we're in kilos, so let's just say 5 to 8 kilos, which is about 15 pounds. And I want to gain more muscle. Where would you start them off? What kind of tips would you go? Do you go through what they've got in the fridge, or do you give them a nutrition plan, or how do you deal with that?
There's a couple of ways that I deal with it. And like I said, everyone's unique with their own goals. So you could always, what I have my clients do is actually do a food journal first, because take inventory of what are you actually eating right now? And so many people, like, you know, maybe some sugar here or this or that, they just are like, oh, I didn't eat that candy bar. It doesn't count, you know? But when you actually start writing down what you're eating each day, you're like, oh, wow, okay, I am like maybe taking in too many calories or this or that. So I would take inventory first off, like, what is it that you're actually eating, and being mindful.
Yeah.
But for me, with focusing on digestion and gut health, losing weight is actually not the priority. It's optimizing your system. So how is your digestion? Are you pooping on a regular? How's your bile flow? Is that like releasing toxins in that extra estrogen, binding it and releasing it? Your poop is a huge thing. That's going to help with digestion. Do you have adequate stomach acid in your stomach to break down the food so that it can process through your body and release it? So I focus more on like, what are the systems in your body and how are they being optimized before even getting into weight loss? Because it's like, you can't remodel a house that's on fire.
Right.
So you could try to lose weight, but if your systems aren't optimizing and you're not pooping on a reg, or, you know, maybe you have bacteria overgrowth because your digestion is bad, so you're constantly bloated, maybe producing some bacteria, yeast, all of that stuff, you're not going to lose weight if your systems
But
aren't
how do
optimized.
people sort of really get to that then? Do they have to go to the doctor then to do like a stool sample, blood test, you know, hormone levels, blah, blah, you know, is that what they've got to do first and then come to you, or?
So I always talk through it with my clients first. So we talk about like, what are their goals? What are their pain points? A lot of people are dealing with bloating and maybe some extra belly fat, constipation, brain fog, all of those sort of symptoms. And so I kind of just assess like, what is their medical history, their family history? Have they had any surgeries? What are their goals? All of that stuff. What are they eating? The food journal. And take inventory on all of that first. But a stool, I think testing is the easiest way to get clear answers. So a stool test will talk about like how is their gut health? How many good bacteria versus bad bacteria do they have in their gut? How is their digestion? Do they have a lot of inflammation? All of those sort of things help take the guesswork out of it. You could eat differently and do that, but that's going to take a lot of guesswork out.
If someone says like, I'm like struggling with bloating, what can they do to help with the bloating? What are like Jenny's
kind of
3 tips?
Things,
So one thing I start my day off is warm lemon water and ginger in the morning before anything else. Helps stimulate digestion, helps with inflammation.
You just squeeze a lemon into hot water, and then the ginger, do you just chop it up and put it in, or is it
so
juiced?
I'll use one of those like tea strainers and I'll just chop up some ginger, and then I'll squeeze half a lemon into a cup, and then I put warm water, not like scalding hot or cold, but warm water, and that just helps the flow of digestion, get it started. It'll help with inflammation. Also, it's like cozy to hold like a warm mug, you know, before you start your day, and very calming before you eat anything. So that's going to help the flow of things. And then also with bloating, like listening to your body. How do you feel after foods? How do you feel after eating gluten? A lot of people may have a food sensitivity with gluten or dairy that they're not aware of, because sometimes sensitivities take 2 days to notice if you're bloated or constipated. So really just like listening to your body. How does it feel after foods? Do you feel heavy after foods? Do you feel bloated after foods? If you feel bloated after foods, is it because you just ate something fatty? You might have a bile issue. So we got to work on your bile flow. So really being in tune and listening to your body will help. But if you wanted like some tips, more anti-inflammatory foods, whole foods is going to be
What
great.
would be an anti-inflammatory food?
So it's a lot of whole foods. So your meats, chicken, fish, vegetables. Ginger's really great. Adding that on things. Bitters help with, like, arugula is going to help stimulate stomach acid. All of those. So if you think of like just anything anti-inflammatory whole foods.
Right,
Apple,
okay.
like one ingredient.
If it's had a life
Yeah.
and it doesn't come in a packet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like avoiding processed seed oils with like, chips and making food at home.
Okay. So another thing is I was watching a video on your Instagram, and now I studied nutrition when I was like 17?
Yeah.
16, 17.
Yeah.
That was 15 years ago. A little bit plus before you fucking start. So when I studied nutrition, it wasn't so much about the gut health. Plus, you got to choose four like kind of categories to choose on and do your test on. I don't know why I chose kids nutrition.
Oh yeah.
Out of all of them.
Yeah,
I don't know. As a 16-year-old, why would you choose kids
when you didn't have any kids?
I didn't have any. Anyways, whatever. That's what I kind of focused on. So I obviously am very aware with my body, as in I'm also a personal trainer. I've done, competed in bikini fitness. I think I did 8 competitions, won 7 of them. So I understand nutrition, etc. On one of your Instagram videos, it was talking about bile and that you've got to have enough bile or something like this. And then it said something about estrogen not leaving your body. Mm-hmm. Explain that one to me.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, because I'm not getting it.
So your bile is produced in your liver and then it's stored in your gallbladder. So think about like a little faucet. So you have the like slow drip, or if you're eating too many, if you are not producing enough bile, that's where you get like that diarrhea. The faucet's like on fire.
Is the bile not like if you're sick? That's the
yellow
thing.
stuff in your stomach.
Yeah.
Is that's what I thought it was?
That's what I thought it was.
So bile is like a digestive acid.
Yeah, but if if you're really sick and you keep throwing up, and then you're like the last thing to come out of your stomach, is it not
like
bile?
The yellow stuff.
Yeah, is that not bile?
I think that's probably bile.
Yeah, right. So we're talking about the same thing, right?
Yes.
So you want this in your body.
So it helps with digestion. So it helps move your poop out of your body.
Right.
So what happens is it also helps the estrogen bind together. So it binds to the bile, goes through the stomach. And if you're constipated, not pooping on a reg, that nice soft banana peel every day, that estrogen that should be leaving your body is recycling back into your body. And when that happens, people are going to get an estrogen dominance. So that's going to help. That's going to be a lot of those like PMS syndromes, a lot of the female stuff.
Estrogen's like the female hormone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. I'm just because I'm just like, so if you have too much of that, that's a bad thing.
Yeah. Well, it's going to get recycled back into your body, and you want to release the toxins. So think about how many toxins you're exposed to with like makeup, air, all of that stuff. Yes, you want all of that to get binded up and released out of your body through poop. Otherwise, your body keeps reabsorbing it, and it's going to create a lot of inflammation in your body. So think about being in fight or flight, right? So many people's body is not relaxed, and it's not in a parasympathetic mode where you're like in that rest and digest. Everyone's house, it's like pulling a fire alarm on an apartment building, right? It's like screaming at you, it's yelling at you. And a lot of people's bodies are in constant fight or flight.
Right.
So if you keep recycling, that estrogen is going to keep being inflamed, and that's where you're going to get a lot of other issues. So as a health practitioner that looks into restorative health, I get to the root cause of people's symptoms. So I'm going to look at how all the systems are working together and how they can heal. So with estrogen and gut health, if that fire alarm's going off, you're just going to be in a constant inflammation. It's going to break down your gut lining. That's where a lot of like food sensitivities come in, autoimmune diseases, everything. Because you're allowing bad food toxins into the bloodstream because your gut lining is breaking down.
Okay, so if someone comes to you and is like, okay, I'm bloated, I'm not going enough to the toilet, and after eating avocados, I feel extra bloated. I don't know, right?
Yeah.
Then from there, like, what's your then next step? Do they then have to go to a doctor, get this tested, and then from there you would make a plan on that?
Yeah. So for the stool samples, I don't know how it works here because I haven't had any clients here. All my clients are in the States, but I would order them a GI test. And so it gets shipped to their house. Yeah. So it has all the instructions. They just poop in a container and FedEx picks it up.
Okay. Yeah, here that ain't
happening here. Unfortunately, I know what happens here, but anyway, carry on.
Yeah. And so from there, I can see like if they what kind of inflammation they have, how much good bacteria versus bad bacteria, if their gut lining has broken down. But I would make a plan from there. But I'd also have them do a food sensitivity test as well.
See, I did that, and actually, I remember it was years ago I did it, and it came back, and I was like, ignore. Apparently, like I get really my body doesn't like eggs. I know, and I was like, I ain't giving that up scrambled eggs in the morning. I was like, I don't give a shit. And then apparently white wine, which I didn't really care about. I was like, whatever.
I've not done a food sensitivity thing, but I have done your pee, your blood and your poo, right? Did all of that. And it came back, and I kid you not, it was like a Bible of stuff, pages and pages and pages. That meant nothing to me because it was all, you've got 2.97 of this.
Was this Dr. Alla?
No, this was this was years ago, and it was Dr. Stoma that did it.
Yeah.
And it meant nothing to me, absolutely zero. When I seen it all, my biggest concern was, God, have I got cancer or something? And I asked him that, and he said, no, you've not. He said, and your markers aren't showing anything like that. And I was like, thank God. I was like, the rest of it you can. And he came back and he told me I had high cholesterol. And I was like, well, whatever. I'll live with that. I was like, I don't know what that involves, and I've heard of it, but I ain't going to. But that's the thing, it's very sciencey. It's all very sciencey based. As somebody who has struggled with her weight since I was 15, which wasn't yesterday, I don't want to know all that. I don't want, my brain just goes like that. It just closes down and it instantly goes into, you're talking about flight or fight mode. Mine just goes into, I'm just going to shut down. Ain't dealing with that.
See, I
want simple, concise, here, bullet points almost.
I think that's what a lot of people look for is that, because see, even like when we go to Dubai and we go to a clinic there, and see when Dr. Alla starts that,
that's when I turn to you. I just go,
I'm like,
don't know.
Right, what does that have to do? I don't care about this and that. What is it you want me to do?
Tell me what to take.
And that's it. It's done. So recently we did testing, and I had a little yeast infection in my stomach.
I got the GI mapping done as well.
Yeah.
So that's how I knew about that.
Go get your results.
I know.
Let's have a look at the results. Jenny's going to be like, okay,
give me those.
Page 1, let's go. I had a little yeast infection in my stomach. So I don't know what tablets and stuff I took to get rid of it, whatever. It was like, what's this stuff that's like, it's alive and you...
probiotics and things like that.
Yeah, that's it. It was like probiotics, and I had to take this tablet. It was like 4 times and then not, and I don't know, whatever. But I do think it can be quite complicated for somebody that's like, imagine they're like 20 kilos overweight, they're really stuck, and all of a sudden they get hit with like, oh, well, it could be this, blah, 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 and they're like, right, it doesn't matter, I'll just eat the fucking burger because I can't be bothered.
It's too much that hard work.
It can be quite
daunting,
sciencey and daunting to for somebody that's like new year, new start, and all of a sudden it's like all this information. It's like, whoa, that's a lot. That's a lot.
I always try to make it as simple as possible, because I think about it, I try to like make it into like kindergarten level to digest, because like that's my world. I'm experiencing all of that. But like to someone new, it's just like, whoa, that's too many big words. What's going on? What is, like, even before I even became a practitioner, I was like, gut microbiome, what is that?
Yeah, what is
like,
that?
It's just so foreign. So I try to make it very simple for my clients and not throw like too much at them. It's also about like lifestyle and meeting my clients where they're at, right? I'm not we're not going from a 0 to 100, because that is like, oh, screw that. That's too much work. I'm not going to do it. People give up in 2 days. Like, what I'm doing is helping to build like sustainable, long lasting habits that are easy to digest and to take on. That's going to also work with my client's lifestyle, right? I'm not going to like have them do these protocols that their lifestyle is a complete opposite of that. I'm going to work with them because I want, even if it takes me 20 years to help correct them with whatever we're doing, like I want them to be on this journey with me and to do it because it's healing, right?
I think something that is, I don't know if it's, there's no place that's easy, but I would say a place that is easier to eat healthy and make healthier choices is somewhere like Los Angeles and Dubai. Los Angeles, you have the famous Erewhon, right? But even in there, like you'll like
I'll go to a cookie.
She'll go to a cookie or banana bread or the mini burgers. She'll go, I'm just gonna have a snack, and I'm like, that's a fucking burger, mum.
I don't eat the bun right enough.
You see, that's the thing. It's hilarious.
Don't eat the bun.
So it is harder, but I think now, I mean, I don't cook, and through my bikini prep, I don't bloody cook. I don't want to cook. I don't want to be near food. If you go down into my fridge, I don't even have any food in my fridge, right? So people are like, how the hell do you have like that physique, that muscle mass? And what I do is I obviously have the luxury of owning a healthy cafe. So I can just go in there. I'll have my breakfast there. I'll have my scrambled eggs, my avocado. I've got my lovely mum in the kitchen that works there. And I'll be like, mum, eggs, brilliant, fab. And then normally for lunch, I know that the chicken there is amazing quality. We cook it there. We make our own. I say we. I've got nothing to do with this. It's like my mum.
Personal chef.
My mum, Freddie and Blazy, they're all in the kitchen. And now newly we've got Matilda. So we've got 4 people in the kitchen. But everything's, even the peanut butter they make, the pesto they make, the salad dressings they make. So I've got that luxury of just going in and being like, oh, this. Normally for lunch I'll have a pesto chicken wrap with extra chicken, or I'll have the deli fridge salad with chicken. And then at night, either it's Coco's leftovers, or there's some restaurants I know, and I just call them up and I'm like, hey, it's very simple. It's either salmon, rice and veggies, chicken, potato or veggies. That's it. I just don't like the whole cooking and prepping and stuff. I don't like that because I'm just surrounded by food the whole day that I'm just, I don't want to go back home at night and be like, okay, let me start making up. Can't be bothered, right? So I've got it, and it's an easier way, but I could go into Coco's and be like, actually, I'll smash a couple of brownies, like there's also that. So I believe that now people want to have this easier way of things, and I believe that in Spain, when you go into a supermarket here, it's hard to find like in Erewhon shredded cabbage already done. Like they have like anything. They've got like peeled oranges. Like you've not even got to do anything anymore. There's a price to pay for it, but it's mainly done. In Mercadona, what the fuck have they got this done?
The good thing about Mercadona is you don't have a lot of like pre-prepared foods and meals and things like that. If you want to make something, you have to make it. So therefore, you're very mindful, and I say you, me, I'm very mindful of when I cook something, So like today, I have actually cooking in my slow cooker just now.
Have you got a new slow cooker or what?
I've had it for I've always had it. I've had it for about 2 or 3 years.
Oh, really? I don't know.
I use it. So like just now cooking in that, I've got like a beef casserole cooking. And
what's a beef casserole? What is that?
There's carrot, onion and beef in it.
Yeah.
And sort of some herbs and spices in it.
Okay.
But it's not pre-made. I've made it. So I know what's in it. I know that there's no like sunflower oil, or in fact there's no oils in it at all, but I at least know what's in it. If you're buying pre-made stuff, you don't know half the time, because you ain't going to read that label. Let's face it, you're picking it up for a reason. You're wanting it quick, you're wanting it fast. You ain't reading any label. But that's the problem nowadays. People do want a fast fix, and I know that from my own experience. But how do you manage to overcome that, because going to the doctor, doing a pee test, a stool test, a blood test, waiting for the results, I've ate half of McDonald's in that time. That, you know,
Those fries were delicious.
you know, they were yummy.
Smash that burger from Mercadona. We need to bring these burgers on from Mercadona.
We're going to do that one time.
No, we are. Like, honestly, next month's podcast, we're going to be doing that.
Sponsored by
Mercadona.
I need to try one.
You need to.
Have you not tried it?
I haven't had one.
Good.
Brilliant, right?
Great.
This is so against everything. It is €3 for a single. Is it 5 for a double?
It's either 5 or 6. I don't know. I only just ever had this thing.
It's already done and cooked. It's at their deli section.
Oh, okay.
Having said there's no pre-cooked things at this bit.
This bit there is.
Except for one thing.
But they do have little tip, Mercadona tip. I swear I'm going to get sponsored from Mercadona. They have a salmon bowl and it's salmon fillets.
You said about that and I didn't try that.
Very good. It's salmon fillets, veggies, and I think rice, and it's very good. And it's cooked. It's really, really good.
I need to try
and
that.
it's not, the salmon's not crap. The veggies are really nice. It's perfect.
I need to try that.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
But for somebody that's like really stuck and it's like they don't have a lot of time, what are like top tips that we can do for 2026?
Keep it simple. Like, absolutely keep it simple. I did not like cooking before I became a nutritionist. Like, I just hated it. And so because I was frustrated with, you know, how bad everything's prepared, I started cooking myself. Plus I also had a kid. So I was like, I'm responsible for what she's eating. I have to make sure she's eating good things. But just keep it simple. Like, my breakfast is only 2 meal options. I either have like yogurt and then I make my own granola. So I'm controlling exactly what goes into my granola. It's a lot of, it's almonds, it's gluten-free, organic oats, coconut oil, chia seeds, whatever seeds you want, pumpkin seeds, a little bit of maple syrup if you want to sweeten it up, or honey, and then cinnamon. Like, I just keep it really simple. So I'll just load that up with some blueberries in the morning, or I'll do an egg bake ahead of time. So then you can eat that egg for like the next couple days, or you can do scrambled eggs and toast. But I keep it very simple. So have the same thing, just like have your lunch, your breakfast, lunch, and dinner meals, and eat that for an entire week if you want. And maybe on Tuesdays you eat something different for dinner.
Yeah.
By keeping it really simple is going to help build that habit. And just in meal prepping, I do think is, unless you have like a Coco's Deli where you can go in there and have food, is really going to sign you up for success. Because if you don't have prepped food, you're going to reach, if you're hangry, you're going to reach for those chips instead of like, oh, I have granola and yogurt, let's just throw it in a bowl and eat it. Like, keep it simple. And then if you are going to meal prep and you're newer at it, like, keep your menu the same sort of for the week. Like, go with an Italian theme. So maybe you prep a lot of meat that has like Italian herbs, but you can use it on a salad for lunch, or you can use it with just plain with veggies and quinoa for dinner, or something like that, or a Mexican bowl and have tacos and then a taco salad one day. Like, keep a theme to make things easy.
I think it's definitely preparation is key.
So key.
For me, I mean, I'm lucky as in, it's just a situation. I don't have kids, so I don't need to have kind of like some, you've got like some sweets in the house, you've got chips in the house, you've got these different things. I don't have any of that crap in my house, right? So that's one where it's like, great, don't even have that. But something that I always say to people that are like, listen, I really want to lose weight. How am I going to do this? I always say have cut up veggies in the fridge and some hummus. Always ready, because when you are hangry and you're trying to make that good decision, that's like an emergency. Just while I make that good decision, I can snack on some veggies, right? So even like if I'm traveling, I love like cut up red apple, like in a bag, and then the cut up vegetables, because until I get a good source of meals, that panic of like, oh fuck, I just want to fucking eat everything, I will snack on that until and then I will make a conscious decision. I have been known to travel with all meals. This was like years ago. I mean, you will know. And if I didn't have those meals, like God forbid, like I didn't have one of them, or even, for example, like I understand the food prep thing, but see on Monday when I've prepped whatever it is, by Thursday, I maybe don't want to eat that. And I'm also a believer of your satisfaction rate as well. So I was once explained to me, because I was heavily suffering from bulimia, that I would write down everything that I was eating, and I was so strict with it, and it was so clean, and I had to measure it and everything. And then when she was like a kind of nutritionist, she kind of said to me, "That's great. Did you enjoy that?" And I was like, "Oh, not really. It was cold fish and veggies, like, and it was actually like a really cold day. I would have preferred something warm." And she was like, "Okay." So she gave me a band to wear, and it had number like 1 to 10. And she said, "I don't want you to eat until you're like a 3-4 of hunger." So 1 is like you're starving, you're dying. And 3 is like, "Oh, I'm getting a bit hungry actually now." That's when you're going to make a conscious decision and not leave it until you're super starving. And then she said, "I never want you to get like a 10 full. That's like, you're like, I cannot move. I'm like, oh my God, am I pregnant? That's it. I'm not going to eat for another week because I've ate so much." She said, "I want you to stop at number 7. So that you're like, I'm satisfied. Maybe in a couple of hours I could eat something more." Fine. So we worked on that, where it was like I was tuning into my body and like, what do I actually feel like? And then she started reading my diary and was like, "Did you enjoy that fish?" And I was like, "No, actually I didn't." And then she was like, satisfaction rate is so important as well. It's like anything. If we go and get our nails done and you're like, "God, I don't even like them," chances are next week you're going to get them done again because you're not satisfied. So I try to keep it as that I'm staying in tune with my body. So I've got an emergency snack. I'm like, I know that's there, but I want to stay in tune with my body. And if I do feel like that Mercadona burger, go and have it and enjoy it. Don't be like, "No," because it's going to get by the weekend and I'm going to be like, fuck it, I'm ordering 5 burgers because you're like not satisfied. Did you know for only $3.99 a month, you can get an extra 20-minute X-rated podcast of Trendy Talk over on Patreon? So what are you doing? Go over there now and hit that subscribe. So I'm kind of, that's the way that I go with things. And especially I don't weigh my food anymore because of my history with bulimia. It's not the way for me. So when people ask me like, "Oh, how do you do your bikini preps and stuff?" For me, it's just really, I know sources of where I can get nice meals. If I do feel like a brownie from Coco's, I will absolutely eat it and enjoy it. But for me, it's just that healthy balance, and it's not about being super strict and I have to cut this out. Losing weight is actually, or going on a diet or making a healthy lifestyle change is actually one of the most amazing things you can do, because I feel like you learn so much about your body on the way and yourself, you know?
Well, and I think that I'm so glad that you shared that. So thank you for sharing about your journey, but also we're not trying to be perfect, especially when you're trying to create new habits, because perfection is so hard. You're kind of setting yourself up for failure when you have to feel like you have to eat everything perfect or do everything perfectly. And then you're so hard on yourself when you don't do everything perfect, right? That guilt of everything. So what I like to say is messy consistency, right? Like maybe the 2 meals you ate that day were really great. They were on point, what you wanted for your goals. But lunch, you're like, "Oh, I didn't have time to meal prep. I don't have anything, but maybe I have a frozen bag of veggies and some chicken, like, I don't know." Or you want to eat that brownie or whatever. Like, it's just messy consistency, just showing up every day, just trying and giving yourself grace if you've had a bad meal. It's really 80-20, you know, like eating the way that you want, that fuels your body, that's nourishing for your body, that gives you energy, doesn't take away your energy sources or anything like that. And then that 20 of giving yourself grace, having fun, because you want to live life also, not be so restrictive as well. So like,
do you find that a lot of your clients are they're wanting that weight goal loss, or is it that they're just trying to implement healthier habits in their lives? What would you say the sort of ratio of your clientele is then?
It's a mix of everyone's sort of unique with it. I think that a lot of people in this world want fast results. You know, I think we have like a 10-second attention span with like, if something takes too long, we're like, oh, forget it or whatever. So you do see that people want like fast results fast, but it's also about just educating on like, what is it your body's doing?
Yeah.
Listening to your body, being patient, because honestly, healing takes time. Like if you're healing from like gut bacteria or something like that, like it's going to take 3, 6, maybe even a year to heal, and just educating my clients on like what that process looks like, and that we're on this journey together, and just creating those small habits every single day. Like the habits are kind of boring, right? It's just like how you would brush your teeth every day. It's not like the most exciting, thrilling thing. I mean, you could do a little dance while you brush your teeth, but it's really establishing like those small, boring habits that before you know it, in 3 months, you're like, oh, I didn't even think about it. I'm just already doing that now.
Yeah.
And that's long lasting.
Being American, we've spent a lot of time in Los Angeles, and we've noticed a lot of advertisement for GLP-1, Ozempic, Mounjaro. What is your thoughts on that type of medicine? Are you pro that, or are you completely against that?
I always say to my clients, like, do what feels right for them. I think peptides are a great tool, but I think your body should be set up in a place so that those are used as a tool and not for like just everything, right? Like you want to make sure that your digestion is in a good space and that your gut is set up in a good space, because those are going to be tools. It's like supplements, right? If your body is not absorbing nutrients because it's all just messed up inside, taking supplements is just going to bounce off the body and not actually be absorbed into the body. So, you want to make sure that you have like a good, use it as a tool, like tools in your toolbox. But I think it should just be one of those things where it's just like a tool, like a supplement. Like you shouldn't use a probiotic just to like, have a probiotic. You should be eating, Greek yogurt and kimchi.
This is what I was saying to you.
You should use food as your
see a lot of
fuel
stuff
source.
to me.
But those are great tools to have.
No, but this is what I was saying to my mom, right? Love her. Okay. So I was so we went to this clinic in Dubai and we got a lot of things done. We got like stem cell treatment in our hair. Mum did various testing. I did like a whole blood cleaning, etc. And one of the things we got in the end, which they're very much into in Dubai, is like your supplements. Great. But I was saying to Mum, like, that doesn't matter how much you take these supplements. You've got to like have a really healthy diet to help these supplements. Another thing that she was given was glutamine. Glutamin's only going to like really help if you go to the bloody gym, because that's like what you're going to take is like for the muscle recovery, So I was kind of saying to her indirectly, we're still working on it, but there's also, I believe, a little bit.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yes, well, this is a long fucking marathon. So, but I think it's a great idea to be super honest with yourself and write down everything that you eat, because it's like, it's funny. I noticed that over the Christmas period, I actually lost weight. Did I tell you that I weighed myself? I got a fucking shock. I'm normally, so before in my heaviest, I've weighed 73 kilos. I now weigh 52, 53. Okay. Normally I'm around like the 54 mark. But when I weighed myself in Austria, I was 52 bloody kilos. And I was like, whoa, that was after doing that ski touring up that mountain. But my point is, I wasn't doing a lot of my weight training that could just be muscle. Do you know what I mean? And another thing that I noticed was I didn't actually eat too much crap, but I did eat more crap than normal. So I've noticed that when I've got this new habit that's not a good habit, and it's basically, yesterday I ate once, and I ate around 6 p.m. and I had in the morning I did make a protein shake and I had like frozen berries in it. I had the protein, I added vanilla collagen, and I had it with like coconut milk. Fine. Then at 6 o'clock, I then went out and I had a chicken curry, which came with prawns in it. And I'm like, why are chicken and prawns together? It's like, for me, I'm like, ugh. But that's not great, especially someone like me that has the muscle mass that I have, the training that I have. Like, that's not enough. That's just like, I'm not even feeling my muscles anymore. But then I'll have a day, like the next day or something, I'll eat like a horse and then I won't eat for like 2 days. It's bizarre. It's like what I did when I was a kid.
But you were always like that as a kid.
Yeah, but as a kid.
See, when she was young, what she did, Jenny, was she would eat one day and she would not stop eating, and I could give her whatever and she would eat it. Then 2 days, she would eat half a banana, over those 2 days. And I did get to a point where I was like, oh my God, there's something seriously wrong here. And I spoke to somebody and they said to me, is she happy? Is she running about? And I said, yeah. And they went, she's listening to her body. That's fine. Leave her.
Kids are great at listening to their body.
If she didn't have the energy, if she wasn't running about and she was lying lethargic in the sofa or something, then be worried. But she's not. And I get what you're saying about, listening to your body and that. And I know what you're saying about the supplements and all the rest of it. But see, honestly, my brain is like switching off to all of it. I'm like,
yeah, but I think you're in denial.
It's too much.
It's too much. Yeah. And
it's too sciencey. It's like, take this, but don't take that, and take that, but take that only before food, and take that, but after food.
No, but you're good at taking your supplements. You like the routine of the supplements.
Yes, because I've got myself into a routine.
That's great. Right, great. I think, and I'll do the same, we honestly write down what we eat in a day and see. She's one of them as well. Oh, but it was just a little, write it fucking down. Write it down. Mm-hmm. Like, even if it's a cup of tea, write it down, Mm-hmm. And then we'll assess. We'll do that from now until we see Dr. Ala again.
Well, and just be like mindful of what your body is doing. Like, does whatever food you're giving give you energy, or is it where you feel like in an hour you need a nap or something like that? Like, just, listening to your body.
Do you think that, like, so obviously we're at different stages in our life. Yeah. So I've gone through menopause, coming out the other side of it kind of thing. So I'm on HRT, and I think, women have a lot more stuff going on in their bodies. Lauren's obviously still having periods and things like that. I haven't had a period since I was 35 because I had a hysterectomy. Do you think that plays a part in the whole cycle of all of this, or is that a kind of excuse for want of a better word?
Well, I mean, everything stems from the gut, right? So how your gut health is how your hormones are going to be balanced, how your blood sugar is going to operate, all of that. So it's all connected. I don't know exactly what the question was.
Well, because I think she's meaning like with the age differences. Like, I'm going through different things in my life.
Would you give a different thing to Lauren? Leveling out on things, but because of, you're still having your periods, you've still got this level of hormones, this, that, and that. Whereas my hormones are artificial because I have nothing left inside of me. Mine come in a patch form and 2 tablets.
There's definitely not a one size fits all to anything. No. Like, everyone is their unique self. Everyone's body chemistry is built differently.
I mean, I also think that, with gut health, I believe that things like they're not weight loss injections. That's not what they were for, but they are being used for that. So, and it is so, like, I believe there's, in America especially, like, their kind of solution to everything is just take Ozempic, just take Mounjaro, just take whatever the hell the new one is.
GLP-1 or whatever.
No, is it not one beginning with R?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know, whatever.
I know there is a new one, but I don't know what it's called.
Just take that. Because even when this was like years ago, before it even came like such a popular craze, I remember in America, a doctor was prescribing people that were suffering from eating disorders. It was Ozempic at the time on a very low dose to take away the food anxiety. And I was like, and obviously never heard of it. It was like, this was way before, like now it's became such a rage. And I was like, but it was studied that actually did help. But then, of course, some people can get like addicted to it, greedy with it, double dose, triple dose, overdose, all that stuff. And it is becoming such a thing. But I think these people actually don't realize what it is it's doing to your body, which is slowing down your digestive system so that you feel fuller for longer, I think. The whole like Ozempic and Mounjaro, that's what it's doing. I don't know why you get nauseous. I don't know where that comes from, because some people get nauseous like with the food and stuff. But I think here in Spain, it is becoming more of a popular thing. I mean, I think in Dubai, you can even order Ozempic and Mounjaro on Deliveroo and you get it delivered to you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I know that because a girl told us about it.
Yeah. I mean,
which is scary.
For women, it's really, I mean, do what feels right. Listen to your body. There's a lot of noise out there that says, do this, do that, eat this, eat that. It's very overwhelming. And like, even for you, you're like, I'm shutting down. My brain can't handle all this information. Like, it's just too much. And so I always say, just make it simple. With what you're talking about, it's like going back old school. Like, I want to live back in the 90s where like the biggest problem was like going home when the streetlights came on, you know, like let's make things simple again. There's a lot of noise out there. So like, let's just create small, messy, consistent habits, work on like digestion.
I like messy, consistent.
I like that.
You know, things that are tangible. Sometimes if things feel overwhelming with like all the knowledge out there and all this stuff, it's a good time to like shut the phone off.
Yeah.
Because people don't realize like stress also affects your digestion.
Yeah.
You know, like even the stressful things that you see on Instagram and you're just like doom scrolling, you don't realize like how much that's affecting maybe your sleep or all the noise that you're absorbing and how that's even slowing down your digestion, because digestion, your body, if it's feeling in fight or flight, it's going to focus on your heart,
yeah,
and breathing. So things like reproduction and digestion are going to take a back burner because it's like, we need to keep you breathing because your house is on fire. So just if things feel overwhelming or too loud,
just
it's
strip
a good
it back.
time to take inventory and shut it all down.
Do you ever have clients that come to you and say, right, here's my goals, and you look at them and you think that's totally unrealistic what you're doing? Do you ever have to sort of train people or sort of tell them to be more realistic about things, or?
Yes, it's just, it goes back to just educating your clients. You know, like I want everyone to dream big and get exactly what they want, but they might say like, I want to lose 10 pounds in 2 hours. And you're like, okay, well, I love that you're dreaming big.
Go to a sauna, don't drink, and don't eat.
But like, let's keep things realistic. And
get in the sauna and sweat it out.
You know,
sweat it out.
Yeah. Maybe in 3 months, by doing these sort of things and being consistent, messy consistency will get there. And so I'll sort of set more realistic timelines because people think things are just going to happen like really fast. And like your body has a mind of its own too. Like it's going to, when you're getting to the root cause of things, other things are going to pop up in your body that you're like, oh, well, now we're exposing this issue or that issue that we didn't know about before. So let's deal with that before we can get to the big picture goal. But so I'm very honest with my clients and setting those real expectations. Like I used to be a hairstylist and I would have a client that would have jet black hair and want to be bleach blonde Gwen Stefani like in 2 hours. And I'm like, okay, if I say yes to them, like, oh yeah, I'll totally get them, they're going to leave with orange hair and not only be like upset with me, but like hate their hair, and it's going to be a bad experience for everyone. Yeah. So really like setting those expectations and being very realistic with my clients is just going to help everyone in the long run.
And here in Mallorca, you've only been here for 3 months.
Yeah.
How old's your daughter again?
She's 3.
Oh, she's 3. Wow, that's like a handful. Are you then a stay-at-home full-time mom?
So, well, now she's going to school, so I have like daytime to work and do things.
Okay, but then you're just in your clients at home.
Yeah.
Is it online?
Yeah.
Yeah, all online.
Okay.
And then I also work for, it's called Fit Mom, a company in the States that has a practice as well, helping women with root cause.
So are you hoping to move that over to Mallorca then to do an online community here or do an in-person thing here?
I would love that. I need to figure out like the testing situation here and like where I can, get access to all of that.
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't know what the season of life has. I'm just in chill mode because we sold all our belongings, moved here for a simple life. And I've had a couple businesses and I know the hustle it takes to own a business. And we sold all our stuff to have a very simple life. So that's like the season of life we're in, like reduce the cortisol, like simplify our life. We came with 5 suitcases for 3 of us.
God, that's you now. Just going
Fucking hell, that's
a
me.
weekend away.
That's just me going for a weekend. That's me like, let's go London, baby. 2 suitcases. Mum's like, we're going for 2 days. I'm like, correct. One's empty.
I need all these 20 shoes for one day.
Yeah, well, no, I'm not. My secret is when I travel, I take an extra suitcase in case I buy something there.
Yeah.
Then I can bring it back.
There you go.
Go empty, buy and come back full.
Whatever fills up your cup.
I even keep half a suitcase free just in case.
Just in case.
Can't pack things.
Gymshark and Aloe Yoga, get it packed in.
Great mom, you keep your suitcase empty just in case.
Well, I always say I get a lot of people asking me obviously about what I eat and how I do it and stuff, and I'm very open about it. But it's something that I feel helps me. And I mean, I lost quite a bit of weight, maybe like 1.5 or 2 years ago now. So I lost about 12 kilos. And that was kind of because I suffered from anxiety for the first time. And I just, like, the last thing that was on my mind for once was actually eating. I was just like, no, I was so sick inside. But something that I've realized helps me through bikini prep is staying hydrated. So right now, for example, in my beautiful, it's not a Stanley.
Needs to be changed.
For once. It's called Flamingo. I bought this actually in a Corte Inglés.
Did you?
Yeah, and I thought it was very cute. I thought it was Coco's vibes. So I was like, I'll have that. And there is electrolytes. And I'm really funny with electrolytes because I don't like anything that's salty. So these electrolytes, I think they're called Ultima. And they are from Erewhon.
Erewhon. I love Erewhon.
I do like these ones they have at Barry's boot camp. Can you remember them that we bought in London? And they've got them in Dubai as well.
London, baby.
It begins like HY something. I'm going to start it now in the screen.
It's HYO something.
We're inserting it now. I like that one. And I feel like if I have a water that's got a taste, I will stay hydrated because most of the time when we think we're hungry, we're actually dehydrated. So I try to keep my hydration up. And I noticed that the more I drink in a day, the less hungry or the more in tune I am with my hunger levels. So I'll even buy vitamin C in those discs just to add a flavor to my water.
The effervescent ones.
Yeah, anything. I will add zinc, anything. It's just like anything to my water because I'm just like, I want that taste. Even Water Drop is a great company that's like a natural water flavor that you can add. So that for me is like something that it's so simple, but everyone can do. It's like everyone's got a nice Stanley cup or a nice cup that they've got. Stay hydrated. But I feel like it's so boring. People are like, oh, you should drink more water. And it's like, oh, fucking great. Like, that's boring. Like, and it's freezing outside. So who the hell wants to do that? But if I have a nice flavor in it, I will,
And a cute cup helps. It's like if you have a cute workout outfit, you're more likely to like go to the gym.
Don't. I've got a lot of cute cups. My husband's
Jenny,
like,
don't go there.
my husband's like, why are you buying another stuff? I'm like,
You open the cupboard and they like fall out.
I'm like, shut up. I've got them all lined up. I'm like, yes, I'm taking the glasses out. I'm like, who needs glasses anymore?
Who's these glasses?
Get rid of these wine glasses. Fucking, I'm helping everyone. Get rid of them. Let's get my Stanley cups there. I'm like, right. But yeah, it is true. If you've got a nice like cup, and I think that if you are going to start doing meal prep and taking it with you, get nice Tupperware. Like really nice. It's
Glass.
like, whatever is like suits you because you need to use it, It's like, there's no point of having like the cute stuff. And then it's like, you don't use it, or like get what like it's nice to you, what you're going to use, and that's the way you're going to be consistent. It's about finding a way to be consistent.
I'll even put a glass pitcher of water in my fridge with like infused lemon, sometimes ginger too, because it's just so refreshing when you have like fresh lemon water. And even my daughter, she's like, ooh, lemonade. And I'm like, it's just lemon water. But yes, it's lemonade.
Yeah.
Just helps you drink more water too.
Yeah. I sometimes do it with like, I mean, how much bloody tea have I got? I'll make iced teas and I'll just put it in the fridge and keep it for the next days.
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely.
And if you're a little bit hungry and you don't know what to do, have a matcha. That's what I do.
Yeah.
She's got into this
got
habit
me
as well.
into matcha.
It's so no, but it's bad. Like I tell you, it's not good. When we're working Coco's in summer, every employee has lost weight while working with me. At the start,
whether you want to or not, you do it.
You're going to lose weight.
You're going to lose weight.
Just come and work at Coco's Deli or a matcha day. So basically, so it's funny because at the start, this guy was working for me and he was so freaking obsessed with sitting and eating, and I was like, listen, and I was just really like abrupt and said to him, because he was like, oh, the breaks and the food and how does it, and I was like, I said his name, we're just going to call him Chris, right? I was like, Chris, become summer, you aren't going to know what a break is. I was like, you're not even going to give a fuck about the menu. Like no one's going to care because you're going to be too freaking busy and it's going to be too hot and you're not going to care. I was like, welcome to this world, right? I was like, oh, piss off. And in summer, what we do is, we don't have time to stop. We'll just have a matcha and it kind of fills you up and for like the next hour and you're like gaining an hour or a little Powerball and a matcha. It's so bad.
It is bad.
My daughter loves like, they're talking about like the little oat energy balls.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, my daughter loves those.
Yeah.
I make those at home. Simple, like in for her lunch or just like on the go. Here, have one of those.
Yeah, see, I think people watching are going to be like, fucking hell, I've got 2 kids, I've got a full-time job and I'm a single mum, I ain't got time to make power balls. They'll be like, where can I buy this?
Power balls are so easy to make.
They're so easy.
You can get the kids involved making it.
That's exactly what I do.
I know, I've seen that on your Instagram. But I'd be like, do you want to? I'd be like, oh, hurry up. I'd be like, well, you know.
Well, you say that, but you know, you might do it differently. You might not want to eat the ones that the kids have made. That's a different story.
On them, or you're like, okay, this is your
one
batch.
plate, you know, and
okay.
I'll have this plate.
It's true. If you have kids involved in eating,
it does. Well, it makes the kids want to eat the food also if you get them involved. Like I've had to practice patience so much having my child help me cook stuff because like I'm a clean freak and I'm like, okay, now there's oats all over the floor. Mommy just vacuumed, but like it's okay because you're gonna eat these, and she's gonna take pride in the fact that she helped mom make these. I make popsicles a lot, or like nice cream, and it's literally just frozen bananas. So you freeze bananas, you cut them up and freeze them first. So use that as your base, and then it's just like yogurt, whatever milk you want, vanilla extract, and then whatever berries you want, and just blend it all up, and it turns into like ice cream, but it's nice cream because it's like healthy for kids. So she loves that, and it's like her treat, but it's all like whole foods. And so
I did see in your Instagram, was it frozen cauliflower?
So an easy way, because kids like hate vegetables, or at least mine doesn't like love to eat them.
Yeah.
And so easy ways to sneak in vegetables is to steam like zucchini or cauliflower, are very like neutral base. So you don't really taste them in foods. So I'll make popsicles with steamed cauliflower. So we'll just, you know, like in your little blender, have like cauliflower, however you would make a smoothie essentially. So chia seeds, yogurt, milk, even water, whatever frozen fruit you want. And then I'll add some extra like hemp seeds and yeah, you just blend it all together, and adding a banana helps disguise the cauliflower a little bit more too. And then you just pour them into popsicles, and she has a little popsicle too. So easy way. Or you can do it in like pasta sauces. Like whatever pasta sauce you want, then blend in steamed cauliflower or zucchini into the pasta sauce, and then pour that over your kids' pasta. Easy way to, because if they see a broccoli, at least my kid, she's like, nope. I have to bribe her. It's a lot of like, if you eat 3 broccolis, you can get ice cream.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's a good little tip.
Yeah, sneaky.
I would never have come up with the popsicle thing. I mean, Kate cakes. I mean, that's... I've just heard myself say that, a cake, putting a zucchini into a cake. But I'd never have thought of that one. How did you come up with that?
I don't know. She wants a lot of gelato, and I'm like, how can I make this at home that's a little healthier? So yeah, we were just at like IKEA, and they had little popsicle holders, and I was like, okay, done. Like, we're just gonna make popsicles at home.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Well done, you.
Starting your 2026 off with your cauliflower popsicles.
Yes.
Bikini diet. Let's go. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing your story. And
Thank you, Jenny.
Info that we all didn't know about and Mum doesn't want to know about.
No, my brain can't cope. No, I know I need to know it, but
yeah, she's going to get in it.
I will get into it.
She will. Thank you so much for that.
you.
And of course, we're going to put all of Jenny's details down in the description below. So thank you so much, guys, for watching another episode of Trendy Talk podcast. And we'll see you for the next one.
Really soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.